Hello there, welcome back to the new lecture. So in this lecture, we have to discuss about the role of a quantity surveyor in MEP projects. So after the end of this lecture, you would be able to understand the responsibility and duties of a quantity surveyor in MEP. Then we'll show you the integration with other construction. So let's start. So here the first topic which we have to discuss is the responsibility and duties of a quantity surveyor in MEP project. So remember, the responsibility and duty of a quantity surveyor in MEP projects can vary depending on the specific project requirements, organizational structure and the stage of the project. However, here I will show you the list of typical responsibilities and duties of a quantity surveyor in MEP projects. So in that, the first one is cost estimation and budgeting. So here we have to prepare the accurate cost estimate for MEP component based on project specification and a requirement. Okay, then develop the detailed cost plans, budget and cash flow projection for MEP works. Then we have to analyze tender documents, drawings and specification to determine the scope of work and material needed. Then advise on cost saving measures and value engineering option while ensuring quality standards are maintained. Okay, this is the first responsibilities and duties. Now the second one is procurement and tendering. So here what we have to do, here we have to prepare the tender documents and bill of quantity BOQ and contract specification for MEP works. Then issue tender invitation to subcontractors and suppliers, evaluate bids and negotiate contracts. Then we have to conduct cost analysis and comparison to ensure competitiveness and value for money. Here we have to collaborate with the project manager and stakeholder to finalize procurement decisions. So these are the responsibility, okay, and duties of a quantity, procurement and tendering. Now the next responsibility here is cost control and monitoring. So here we have to monitor project cost throughout the construction phase, tracking expenditures against budget allocations, then identify the cost variances and potential cost overruns in MEP works. Then here we have to implement cost control measure to mitigate risk and optimize financial performance. And then we have to provide the regular progress report and financial updates to project stakeholders. Okay, so this is your third point. Next is value engineering. Here what we have to do, we have to collaborate with engineers, designers and contractor to optimize the design and specification of MEP system. Then evaluate alternative materials, methods and technologies to achieve cost saving and improve efficiencies. Okay, next one is change management. So here access and quantify variation, modification and additional works in MEP installations. So negotiate change order and variation with contractors, subcontractor and clients. So this is our responsibility here. Then documents and track changes to maintain accurate records and transparency in project finances. Okay, now the next is risk management. Here what we have to do in this, here the responsibility, here we have to identify the potential risk, uncertainties and contingencies associated with MEP works. Then assess the impact of risk on project cost and schedules and develop risk mitigation strategies. And you have to monitor insurance requirement, warranties and guarantees related to MEP installations. Okay. Now the next is final account and closure. So here we have to verify the final quantities of completed MEP works and prepare the final accounts of certification and payments. Okay. So for that we have to conduct post contract reviews and lessons learned session to inform future projects. Then finally the next is coordination and communication. So remember, here we have to liaise with project stakeholders including clients, architects, engineers, contractors and supplier. So here we have to coordinate with other disciplines such as architecture, structural engineering and HVAC engineers to ensure integration and compatibility of MEP system. So communicate effectively to convey project requirements, okay, progress updates and financial status to relevant parties. Then the next is compliance and documentation. Here we have to just ensure compliance with relevant regulation, codes, standards and industry best practice in MEP works. Here we have to maintain the accurate documentation including contracts, drawings, specification, change order and correspondence. Okay. So these are the responsibilities and duties of a quantity surveyor. So by fulfilling this responsibility and duty, quantity surveyor contribute to the successful deliver of MEP project within budget or schedule and to the desired quality standards. Okay. Now let's see the integration with other constructional profession is given here. So here you have to remember one point, that integration with other construction professional is essential for quantity surveyor working on MEP project to ensure smooth coordination, collaboration and successful project delivery. Okay. So here see how the quantity surveyor integrate with various construction professional that we have to discuss. In that, the first is architect. So you have to collaborate with architects to understand project requirements, specification and design intent. So you have to provide the cost advice here during the design phase to ensure that MEP system are aligned with the architectural vision and budget constraint. Okay. So coordinate with architecture to incorporate MEP elements into building design, ensuring integration and aesthetic harmony. Okay. Then we have to address any cost implication or design changes during the design development stage to maintain project feasibilities. Correct. Now the next is engineers. So engineers means MEP engineers, structural engineers, etc. So here what we have to do, we have to work closely with MEP engineers to understand technical requirement and specification for MEP systems. Then review the engineering drawings, calculations and specification to verify quantities and cost implications. Then we have to provide the cost advice here and value engineering suggestion to optimize MEP design while meeting performance requirement. Okay. So coordinate with the structural engineer is to ensure that MEP system are properly supported and integrated within the building structure or not. That is why it is important. Okay. Next is project management. So here you have to collaborate with project manager also to establish project objectives, schedules and budget. Then provide cost estimate, budget and financial report to support project planning and decision making. So you have to communicate regularly with project manager. Why? To provide updates on cost control measures, risk management and procurement activities. Okay. So why the coordinate with project manager is important here? Remember, the coordinate with project manager is very important to address any issue or deviations from the project plan, ensuring timely resolutions. Okay. Next is the contractor and subcontractor. So here we have to work closely with contractors and subcontractor during the tendering and procurement process to obtain competitive bids for MEP works. Then we have to review and evaluate contractor proposals, subcontract bids and pricing document to ensure accuracy and compliance with project requirements. Okay, so this is next is what, see the next point here, cost consultant and quantity surveying firm. So here, as a quantity surveyor, we have to collaborate with other quantity surveyor or cost consultant within the same firm or external firm to leverage expertise and resources. Okay, so for that we have to exchange best practices, industry insight and benchmarking data to improve cost management processes and methodologies. So this coordinate with other quantity surveyor to ensure consistency in cost estimation method and reporting format and documentation standards. Okay, then finally see the clients and stakeholder. So here we have to engage with the clients and stakeholder to understand project objectives, expectation and constraints. Okay, so here we have to address the client concern, inquiries and requests related to project cost, budget and financial performance. So collaborate with the stakeholders to align project goal, priorities and outcomes, fostering a collaborative and client centric approach to project delivery. Okay, so the effective integration with other construction professional allows quantity surveyor to contribute their expertise in cost management, procurement and financial analysis to MEP project. So ultimately facilitating the successful delivery of project. Now here the topics which we have covered in this session. First, we have discussed the responsibility and duties of quantity surveyor in MEP project. After that, we have seen, we have learned how the quantity surveyor integrate with various constructional professionals. Okay, so this is all about the role of a quantity surveyor in MEP projects. I hope all of you enjoy this session. See you in next one.